Welcome guys, Red here. I've been getting so many questions on how to improve in PUBG Mobile and how can you guys have the same skill as me. So in today's video I will share with you how do I personally practice and how can you improve and become better at the game. This is gonna take time, a long time, but the results are so satisfying. You will feel the difference and you will notice it. So if you want to improve, you have to put in the time and you have to work hard to get better. Okay, so before I start, go grab a pen and a paper and write the points that you need to work on. Is it peeking? Is it spray control? Is it reaction time? Or is it speed? Just type all the points that you want to improve in, so you will always stay motivated whenever you finish one of them and you will move to the next point. There's gonna be two main categories. The first one is gonna be focused on sniping, and in sniping we're gonna be working on these points: aiming, headshots, flicks, peeking, quick scoping and no scoping. Guys, I love working on this category. So every time I explain one of the points, I'll be showing a demo on how do I practice it. You might see me use more than one point at the same time. That's gonna depend on how advanced are you in each point. Then you can add more points later as you progress. Number 1, headshots, flicks and peeking. Whenever I snipe, I always focus on hitting the headshots. If you're a beginner, you might want to aim at the chest area, then the heads as you improve. So I like to stand behind an object and focus on hitting the headshots on every target, or aim at a specific point and try to hit it the same point many times. You can add flicks as you improve, so you don't have to focus on only headshots. Add flicks. We're gonna talk about peeking in a second. But be careful, if you add flicks, don't go too extreme, because flicks might work in platinum and you can get 1 or 2 sick shots, but in Ace and Conqueror the enemy will abuse every single mistake you do. So if you flick and you missed, the enemy will punish you so bad. So I personally go for the confirmed headshots. You don't have much time to mess around at that level of gameplay. As you improve with your flex and aim, you can add peeking. When you're peeking, you're not just using it to look cool, there's an advantage for using it. You're not gonna explode the whole body of yours, you're just gonna use your head to shoot and the enemy will have less things to shoot at. And when you're taking a shot, you can also use peek to bait the enemy to shoot, and you can use that time when he's shooting to go and shoot him from a different angle and take him down. You might notice me move a lot between my shots. I'm not doing this to make you dizzy. This is how I play. In this example, you're gonna see how if I was standing still, I would have been dead a long time ago. And look how there was 2 people shooting at me while I knocked the third guy, their friend, and look how long I survived. Even though I died, but look how long I survived using this technique. Number 2, quick scoping and no scope. For this point, you have to make sure you're aiming at the target. You put the middle dot of your crosshair on the target. So scope in, shoot as fast as possible, scope out. Do not forget to stand still when you're shooting so you don't miss. So it's gonna look something like this. Also, when you advance, you can add crouching to this. Guys, I've made a more in-depth guide on how to snipe for beginners and experts. I'm gonna leave a link down in the video description. Make sure you finish this video before you go and check it out. It's the same thing where you're using no scope on your sniper or anything. You just put the middle dot of your crosshair on the target and you shoot. The second category is going to be focused on ARs and DMRs. And we're going to be working on these points: spray control, crouching, single tapping, and reaction time. Let's start with crouching and peeking. When you're not using both of them, you're just basically giving yourself one chance either to kill your enemy or die. But when you're using peeking and crouching, shoot a couple of shots and stop peeking, you're doing damage to your enemy and you're avoiding unnecessary damage for yourself. So you're basically just winning the trade by doing this. Same when you're crouching in the middle of the fight, especially if your enemy is using hip fire and he's not scoping at you. He's gonna miss so many shots and you're gonna melt him so fast without him expecting or respecting your damage. If you want to learn more, make sure you check out my how to crouch like a pro video and my how to control recoil. Both videos are gonna be down in the video description. Make sure you watch them after this video ends. For the second point, we are going to talk about spray control. Make sure you're aiming at the target and pulling down whenever you shoot to compensate for the recoil. I would suggest not to add any attachments to your gun. That's what I do every time I go for the training. This is going to allow me to be and feel more comfortable controlling the recoil in a real match without any attachments. Guys, if you're suffering like me in the training room because of these kind of players who just troll all the time and throw nades, drop a like. No, really. Let's see if we can hit 2000 likes on this video. The third point is reaction time. This is the most important point. Reaction time is so critical in PUBG Mobile. This is how I practice it. I focus on getting headshots, on moving to the next target as fast as I can. Also, if you want to train this more, you can go and do war mode. It's so helpful for this point. And for our last point, number 4, single tapping. This is so important, especially for DMRs like the Mini 14, SKS, SLR. If you want to get better with DMRs, you must follow a specific pattern. When you shoot, not just spam the shooting button as fast as you can. That's so unpractical and you won't be using the gun for the max efficiency. For example, one shot every 0.3 seconds must have a specific speed, and also do not forget to move the crosshair back to the target between every shot. So the better you get at this, the faster you can shoot. I've been enjoying playing the Mini 14 as my sniper rifle gun. It is an underrated gun, it's so good, and it basically has no recoil. You just need to learn the pattern of the recoil and you have to compensate it for the speed. Also, I really love to play SLR close range with red dot. This is my favorite setup. I play SLR close range and a Kar 98 as a sniper. SLR is so OP. I love this gun, especially when you have a compensator on it. You can just melt people. I really enjoy the setup. Guys, pay attention. This is so important. Practicing in the training room is just one step. Implementing all the skills you've learned from there into your real gameplay is the harder part. You must focus on one thing every game to learn and have as muscle memory. If you guys noticed at the beginning of the video, I showed a clip of me carrying 2 bolt action snipers. That was a real game actually in high diamond. The reason why I was playing 2 bolt action in one game, because I wanted to force myself to play a bolt action and have the reaction time needed to save myself in other situation. When I have like a good setup, but like I'm in bad situation, I will have a Kar 98 in my hand. I will be able to react according to that situation. This is how you get the reaction time. This is how you get the experience. You have to force yourself to be able to have the knowledge for next time. If you have learned something out of this video today, please subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on for more guides like this. I also upload gameplays with commentary to help you guys understand more of the way I think throughout my gameplay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Peace.